I know all the headlines will be Reeves cries foul. Bring it on, right? Bring it on, because they stolen from us. Bring it on.
4 seconds. Ionescu will heave and hit and hit. Sabrina Ionescu with the biggest shot in Liberty history. Collier goes baseline and lays it in. Nafisa Collier puts Minnesota in front. With 5 points.
Now wait a minute, baby. Run that back. Oh, so they're not gonna even show the controversial play. If you check the 2 highlights that's been dropped by the WNBA and the highlight that's been dropped by ESPN, they will not show you the play that's going to send everybody into a rage.
Because it was stolen from us. Bring it on.
But the full 94 is going to talk about it right now.
New York Liberty raised the trophy. What's the first thought when the zeros hit the clock? Will, talk to me, bro.
That wasn't a foul, bro. That wasn't a foul.
That's a fact.
The refs had Stevie Wonder out there calling the game. So it's just 2 things, and I remember telling y'all this. The Lynx, we can say the Lynx got robbed, but at the same token, with the way that the Liberty played, it shouldn't have been that close. Fact. So yeah, the referees had a hand in the Lynx losing, but the Lynx also had a hand
in them losing.
3. Sabrina didn't even score until the end of the game, if that.
Crazy.
They had a bunch of chances. Courtney didn't play as well. I think Kayla and Nafisa were the only 2 in double figures for the Lynx. They kind of gave the game up, but the refs didn't have to help them, and the refs helped a lot. From the track on the same play, there was a travel and a non-foul.
I watched that, bro.
How you miss both?
Crazy. She took a good little and then put the ball down. I said, breathe.
You know them little kids where you get on the ball and they're like 4 years old and they run with the ball before they shoot it? She did one of them moves.
Because she ran into her own player.
But this was the first thing. But even the first, didn't she run into McBride on that play?
She ran into some.
I want to say it was McBride. Like you gotta be ready for that. It's the one she turned around from the inbounder, and she turned around to Stewie, and then Stewie meets her in her chest. Like you didn't see you gotta see that ball coming.
She wasn't ready for the ball. You're absolutely right.
Not at all. You gotta see that. So Bree catches it, does the shimmy, did a 1-2 step. You know what I mean?
She did a triple Euro step.
then the bounce, and then the shot to me was just like, what are you look like Sabrina, and it looked a little off. Like it was just like, please get up there. I hope it gets there. Sabrina was chucking shots at the end of the game. Like I'm trying to show
because she was just looking to get fouled. She wasn't looking to score. She wasn't looking to score. She was just looking to foul, as they said during the halftime break. But that's like I was talking to Will earlier. I was telling him I felt like towards the end of the game, that's why I felt like Minnesota started to do that. They just started to look to get fouled. Only when I felt that was going to the basket to look to score was McBride.
Let me tell y'all when the game was over, bro. This is when the game should have been over, and the Lynx should have been holding up that trophy. Nafisa had it on the right side. She gave, I want to say it was John Quell, or I forget who was guarding her, but she gave like just a little stutter. First step. Say it again.
Somali, I think, would guard her.
Yeah, it was Somali. You're right. First step, gets past her, has a step on her, and is looking for the foul on an open layup. This is it's a tie game. She makes this layup. It is 5 seconds left on the clock. They got to go score something. I'm like, at that point, you can't look, and this is on both teams, right? This is on the Liberty and the Lynx. You cannot look for the refs to bail you out. Go get a bucket and close this game out. I think Nafisa should have made that layup, close the game out. I'm thinking at that point, it was a few possessions we were talking about in the chat, like, why is she not touching the ball right now?
Like I said, she had to touch the ball every possession. She may not like have to score, but she had to touch the basketball every possession.
They were looking at that pick and roll set off the left hand side to get a mismatch on Nafisa. Go ahead.
It was a couple times in overtime where she didn't even touch the ball, and that just didn't make any sense to me because, like I said, even if she don't take the shot, she can still set somebody up because the double team is always going to come.
Everybody looking for the best player.
Shout out to Stewie because I can't fault Stewie for taking that shot because you a superstar. You know, like nobody else is going to have the gumption to take that shot. She went in, she did it. She drew the foul like she was probably hoping to draw. And while she didn't hit those first 2 free throws that she should have hit, she came through and she did it the second time. She did a thing. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's just one of those things with, like I said,
and then in overtime, they had 5 turnovers.
Yeah, like as much as the Lynx have a gripe because of the refs, the Lynx let the game go.
For sure.
Sloppy.
No disrespect. I mean, I agree with you. I think that when you're looking at that whole squad and what they brought, they played great. I mean, I watched the rotations, bro, on defense. They were moving. This well may be the best defensive team in the league. I love the way they move. You got the DPOY on your team as well. So, like, when you're seeing that, the movement and what, like, you held Sabrina she didn't score to the fourth quarter.
We ain't gonna say hold.
I mean, you can say it is.
She was,
it is what
she
it
was
is.
out there with like Monica McCall in her freshman year at UFC. Just play defense.
I mean, 1 for 19.
McBride was in her grill, bro. McBride was in her grill.
Here's the thing, right? Because I'm not just gonna beat up on Sabrina because she had a great game before, but Sabrina sometimes be so hot and cold.
Facts.
And when the more physical the game, it seems like it takes her out of the game, so to speak. Because then she don't drive. It's like she's trying to force a shot. And to go 1 for 19, like I commend you because like yo, you ain't give up. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a joint. Like I shot my shot at one time.
That's not commendable.
Like the fourth time, I gave up. She did it 19 times. Like she said, "Hey, miss, how you doing?" 19 times, and one time
she kept shooting that thing.
The day after, people was yelling for her to be first team All NBA too, man.
No, the day she was the day she advocated for herself. She advocated for herself. She even advocated for herself. Too? She said it in post game after she hit the shot. I was just having a second game. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? So she did.
I'm not gonna say she didn't have a great season. My question is, if you put her on first team, who are you taking off?
That's a good question, brother.
No one.
Nobody.
That's a great question.
You know what I mean? Like,
you know who they was online saying to take off though. You know who that?
Probably because that was the closest stats. But even I told C when you look at the stats,
when we looked at the stats, she beat her in every category.
Yeah, she beat her in every category.
We broke it down stat by stat, and she beat her in every category.
So the full 94 podcast is in agreement in saying that this was not stolen. What's up, Ma? This was not stolen from the Minnesota Lynx. The refs played a part in it.
Say that.
But
we didn't say that.
It was.
I mean, what are we saying?
Yes.
What the old head say is
they still had a
free robbery.
It's a little.
You left the door open.
Yeah.
And I saw the $10 sitting there, and I was like, "Well, since ain't nobody want it, let me go.
I'm gonna take it.
I'm gonna take it in my pocket.
I'm not mad at that. That's
get you a Wendy's 4 for 4. Get your joint a Wendy's 4 for 4 with a frosty. She'd be good. That's the $10. You know what I'm
but
saying?
To describe the finals, it was a classic, and I can't wait for it to be a 7-game series. Like I'm so excited for it to be a 7-game series because each game, from the 18-point comeback, from the 15-point comeback, for Courtney with her 4-point play, for Sabrina with her 3-pointer from the logo, every game hit. Like every game was something to watch, and it just goes to show that basketball, like women's basketball, is growing. And I'm
it's here. It's here to stay.
Yes,
I love it.
Yes.
Look, this is my thing. I'm gonna tell you the moment I knew, and I watched it. I watched it happen, and I said, "That's gonna be the shot that's gonna change the game." They came right in the OT.
The 3.
Vandersloot hit that 3. I said, that's the one because nobody was thinking about her. I said, if she hits this, it's going to be different. And she hit it, and they never – say it again? Yeah.
Was that Sloot? I thought it was Phoebus.
Sloot.
No, Sloot.
Slooting.
Sloot hit it, And I said they're not going to be able to recover, and they're not going to recover from that three because nobody was looking for her to put that three up.
They should close it out in regulation, bro. That was a chance.
You had
New Yorkers. I hope you enjoy it because you know the sports guys ain't gonna let y'all win multiple. So you know the Yankees are out of there. You seen what happened to the Jets last night.
We gonna have this conversation about these Knicks today, bro. Because I feel like we are looking at a
but just Fee scored 285 points.
Let's go.
Had 107 rebounds, 25 steals, and 23 blocks in her postseason run.
I know she hurt, boy.
She hurt. And then get fouled out with that.
Yes, bro.
Just like to do what she did, like in her, not all year round, but just in the postseason, I just can't wait for next.
Let's just say it just like this.
Leave that girl alone, man. Yeah, leave.
What are you talking about?
Angel Reeves. Like everybody comment on what she was wearing. Leave that little girl alone, man.
I don't know what she wore.
She wore a shirt that had both of their both teams. I
saw it. What was wrong with it?
I thought it was fire.
Gonna be wearing any other team, man. Shut up.
I felt like for playing in unrivaled basketball, that's what she should have been playing. That's what she should have been wearing.
And they talking
out of the league
at this point, man. You like 40 years old talking about a 20-year-old. Like, relax, man. But you be ready to fight if that's your daughter or your son in Bronny's.
The Sky need to be worried anyway, because
yeah. And she keep talking about she want to play with certain people. All right.
Nervous out here. Look, at the end of the day, shout out to New York. Shout out to the Liberty.
Congratulations.
You got your chip. Shout out to JJ for getting the finals MVP.
Well deserved, JJ.
Yeah, I let you have that one last night, so that's just what it is. This is my thing, though. I think it's not the last we heard of Minnesota. I don't think it's the last we heard of a lot of squads. I'm excited for where the W is going, the new people that will be here next year, and what this league gonna look like. Y'all better tune in, man. That game was lit last night. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey,
I can't wait to see like Phoebish, like because she's very exciting to watch. Like Phoebe, as a rookie in the W, like even though she's to me,
the Sparks is gonna be tough.
Like 27.
27. Okay.
The Sparks gonna go crazy. They get paid, man.
You just watched the show on MTMV Sports Network, and if you like what you see and you want more exciting content, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel.
It's not just about the love of the game. It's about dedication and commitment through the process and the patience to endure. There's joy in reaching your goals and peace in knowing you've done all you're supposed to do. Ozell brand. It's not just a brand, it's a lifestyle.